I traveled across the borders wide, with hope and wonder deep inside, to India's land of timeless grace, where history speaks in every place. The rivers sing, the temples shine, the bells of prayer in rhythmic line, the soil of sages, brave and free, the heart that beats with destiny. Among the crowds, a day so bright, I met a man, a guiding light, the leader strong, with vision high, whose words can make the spirits fly. Yes, there he stood, so calm, so tall. Narendra Modi, loved by all. His eyes with fire, his voice with peace. His dreams for India will never cease. I walked with wonder, hand to chest, feeling humbled, feeling blessed. For in his smile I found a glow, a strength the world has come to know. The people cheered, the banners waved, a sea of hearts that he has saved. Through trials hard, through storm and rain, he carried hope, he carried pain. I bowed with honor, silent, true, grateful for this moment new, for destiny had brought to me this meeting carved in history, the fragrance of the sacred land, the warmth of people, kind and grand, all gathered close, their voices loud, to honor him amidst the crowd. He spoke of progress, dreams, and fight, of turning darkness into light, of India rising, bold and free, a shining star for all to see. His words were simple, strong, and pure, with love for poor, with plans secure. He promised growth, he promised care, a brighter future everywhere. I listened close, my heart was stirred by every phrase, by every word. He spoke of unity, not divide, of keeping hope and faith alive. I saw the tears in mothers' eyes, their prayers answered, no disguise, for they believed his guiding hand would build a strong and noble land. Children waved their flags with pride, young voices chanted side by side. The air was filled with joyous sound, as hope and trust were all around. I thought of journeys far and near, but none as precious, none as dear, as standing here, beneath the sky, with Modi's vision soaring high. His handshake firm, his spirit true. He looked at me, as leaders do, with kindness deep, yet strength untamed, a legacy already named. In temples, mosques, and churches too, his name was spoken, old yet new. For India's soul he aims to lift. With every promise, every gift, the streets were dressed in hues of gold. Stories of progress yet untold. Each wall adorned with hope anew. Each face reflecting dreams come true. He spoke of farmers in the field, of harvests great, of greater yield, of giving strength to those who toil, and blessing every inch of soil. He spoke of youth with burning flame, of rising high, of making name, of knowledge bright, of future's call, of India standing proud and tall. The echoes spread from town to town, from northern hills to southern crown, from eastern waves to western sand. His words embraced the whole wide land. I saw the soldier, firm and brave, defending borders none could cave, and Modi's vow to guard their might, to keep their honor burning bright. I saw the student filled with cheer, her eyes alight, her goals so clear, for education's door he'd wide, and placed her dreams in noble stride. I saw the worker, rough of hand, who built the roads across the land, and Modi's voice gave him respect, a dignity none could neglect. The elderly with folded palms felt comfort in his heartfelt psalms. For care of age he pledged to give, to let them smile, to let them live. The youth, the poor, the rich, the wise, all saw the future in his eyes, and I among them stood amazed by how his words the spirit raised. The sun descended, soft and low, the lamps began their gentle glow, yet still the people did not part. They held him closely in their heart. The night unveiled her silver sky, the stars above began to fly, Yet Modi's presence lit the ground. A brighter glow than stars around. He spoke of bridges yet to rise. Of trains that run, of wings that fly. Of villages with light and song. Of roads that carry dreams along. He spoke of women strong and free. Of equal place in destiny. Of mothers honored, daughters blessed. Of courage shining in their quest. He spoke of peace with neighbors near. Of reaching out with hands sincere. Of building bonds with noble grace. Of friendship in each smiling face. He spoke of oceans vast and wide. Of trade that flows like morning tide. Of India's hand in global play. Of guiding light to show the way. The people listened, eyes ablaze. Their hearts alive with endless praise. They felt his soul in every line. A leader touched by hand divine. The drums were beating, chants were loud. Yet silence lived within the crowd. For every word that he did weave was something hearts could not deceive. I thought of how the time will write his story bold, his endless fight. For not just power, not just fame, but for his land, his people's name. And as I stood, my spirit knew that meeting him was pure and true. For India's path, so vast, so broad, was blessed by vision, strength, and God. The winds of Delhi whispered near. The lights of Gujarat shone clear. The rivers sacred seemed to sing the praises of this noble king. I wandered through the streets that night, my soul still glowing from the sight of Modi's fire, of Modi's flame. A leader more than just a name. The rickshaws moved, the markets sang. The bells of temples softly rang. And every sound, and every face reflected hope, reflected grace. The farmer's plow, the student's pen, the worker's tools, the prayer of men. All carried dreams his words had sown, like seeds upon the soil grown. I felt the spirit of the land. I touched its soil with humbled hand. For India's breath, both strong and deep, was one that Modi swore to keep. The children laughed in alleys bright. They waved their flags with pure delight. They spoke his name with tender cheer, as though their father's love was near. The banners glowed in saffron hue. The tricolor above them flew. And in its folds I saw a flame of unity, beyond all shame. I heard the songs of freedom rise, resounding loud beneath the skies. They sang of past, they sang of now. And Modi's face was on each vow. His journey told of toil and pain, of rising strong through storm and rain. A boy once small, of humble start, now carried millions in his heart. I closed my eyes and breathed the air. The scent of courage lingered there. For India's story, vast and wide, was walking firmly at his side. O blessed meeting, rare and sweet, where hope and leader's spirit meet. This moment carved within my soul, forever bright, forever whole. The morning dawned with scarlet light. The city woke, the birds took flight. And still the memory held me near, of Modi's voice so strong, sincere. I walked the ghats where rivers ran. I saw the prayers of every man. Each candle floating on the stream, carried within a nation's dream. The monks in saffron robes bowed low. The children's laughter seemed to grow. And everywhere his name was sung, upon the lips of old and young. I heard the stories, tales of past, of leaders gone, of shadows cast. Yet Modi rose, a torch in hand, to guide the fate of motherland. He spoke of science, wings of steel, of satellites that spin and wheel, of reaching stars, of touching skies, of endless goals before the eyes. He spoke of health, of healing care, of doctors ready everywhere, of every child, of every need, of planting love in every deed. He spoke of courage, never bend, of facing storms until the end, of fighting odds with steady will, of climbing every daunting hill. And as I listened, I could see the depth of his humanity. A heart that beat for common man. A soul devoted to its plan. The chants of youth grew fierce and loud. They lifted him above the crowd. And in their eyes the dream was clear. A brighter dawn was drawing near. I whispered softly in my mind. How rare it is, how hard to find. A man of vision, vast and true. Whose every word can carry you. The lotus bloomed in morning sun. Its journey long had just begun. A symbol pure of hope's embrace. Reflected gently on his face. The elders spoke of times of old. Of battles fought, of tales retold. But now they said with hopeful eyes. A newer, brighter dawn would rise. I felt the markets, busy, grand. The endless color of the land. The sari bright, the turban tall. The echoing chants that called us all. The trains that thundered down the tracks. The wheels of progress on their backs. Were songs of change, of moving fast. Of breaking chains of burden past. He spoke of unity in creed. Of kindness in each word and deed. Of every faith beneath the sky. Together strong, together high. I saw the craftsman carve the stone. With steady hand, with skill alone. And Modi's dream gave him the way. To let his art forever stay. The farmer's sweat, the soldier's fight. The teacher guiding with her light. The doctor healing day and night. All found in him a voice so right. His journey rose from dust and pain. From modest start, through loss and gain. A tea seller with humble part. Who carried courage in his heart. And now the world stood still to see. A leader born of destiny. Who walked with power, yet bowed low. To serve the land that made him grow. I felt my soul in silence speak. This was the strength the nations seek. Not pride alone, not fleeting fame. But truth and honor in a name.